I might not talk to you for a bit now.
I'm being a butt, she says, as we go live. It's
Mm-hmm.
not. I have no idea. We're just doing a sort of what the hell, shoot the shit.
We're angry at people.
You're angry. I'm sort of.
I'm
Elliot has
more.
no idea what's going on.
I
I'm
used
just
up
more
my anger.
completely disgruntled because this is the type of shit I see all the fucking times. You want a strong argument for abortion? Here it is. You
Oh, are
know,
we doing the first like the first feminist thing for
I'm
it's a
more
ever?
angry.
republic abortion, a republic abortion, or whatever the hell that hashtag
Republic
is.
Horse. Okay, yeah, gotcha.
You
I'm more
know,
angry about
all
electric
because
cars.
all I fucking see every day from people is like Trump evil, Trump bad, Republican bad, all retarded, too stupid to think. Well, yes, I understand that there are a lot of Republicans who have two brain cells, if that. There are also a shit ton of liberals who have two brain cells, if that.
Now
But
they're all
no
rubbing
one
their
wants
brain
to
cells.
sit there and actually have discourse. It's all about blaming the other person. And right now, with the majority of fucking media being more biased towards a little bit more liberal, if not completely off the rails communist bullshit, if all you're hearing is this shit, you're going to have the apathy levels go through the fucking roof whenever you sit there and cry and you get real situations. What
There's
kind
a
of real situations? How about an Arkansas law that allows rapists to prevent victims who want an abortion? That's a real problem, but no one's going to pay attention to it because Republicans are anti-abortion. Therefore, we have to call them all retards. And you're just going to push the people that are center left, center
Well,
right, and more into saying, I want their abortion to be legal because I don't give a fuck what the fuck people do. I mean, me personally, fine, go ahead, euthanize the world. I don't care. It doesn't bother me.
I wish that serialization was far more available,
Right?
but it is not,
there's
and that is
also a
very,
there's
very
also
sad.
there's also a condition where people are sick of the status quo and sick of being hearing, so they do something just to see what happens. They vote this. It's the same thing as, you know, little kids trying to stuff, baby's mouth with sweets to see if he stops
Hmm.
breathing. It's the same exact principle, only on a more adult level. Well, I'm hearing all this Trump stuff and how he's the devil. Let's actually vote for some of these right wing policies just to see what happens.
Uh-huh. And people just keep going further and further to rebel against this shit because it does not stop. It just keeps going.
It will never stop. That's absolutely 100% the thing.
And that's one way you get laws just like this one right here.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's it's a can of worms.
Pregnant woman's husband will have the power to stop her from having an abortion, even in cases of spousal rape. Now, whereas that is a very gray and murky area, spousal rape, there's a difference between I wasn't quite in the mood, but I let it go anyway, and dear God, get the fuck off me. I'm trying to leave, you fucking bastard.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Still, in cases where it is the latter, yeah, that would give rights to fucking stop everything.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah.
Most second trimester abortions will also be banned by the act. This is something I literally don't care about how the hell you fucking term it. Because I'm fine with putting a bullet through a newborn's head. Not because I
Yeah,
actually have anything against babies, it's because it doesn't bother me. If it was my own kid, yeah, I'd try to have it born, but I wouldn't be hooking up with a chick that would just run out there and fucking, you know, get a fucking late term abortion. She'd probably get it
Can I
done
make a point?
the morning after pill or something.
When I had my kids, I actually was not attached to them. I don't know how common that is, but I literally I knew they were there. I could feel them kicking and everything. I was just like, what the? I have a parasite inside me. I literally did not know how to react to that. I did not actually like my children until like 3 months after they were born. And nowadays, oh my god, I fucking love them to death. Trust me. Oh, they are my babies. They're my
The first time I felt my daughter kick from inside the womb, I fucking hit the floor, damn near fainted, because it was a huge enormity to me. And I had felt an attachment growing ever since. And once she was crapped out, that was it. I was sold. That's why whenever I lost my rights to him, I was devastated for fucking years. I mean, literally, I was fucking completely destroyed. Hell, there's still bits and pieces of me I can't get back together. Oh well. That's life, though. But different people bond different ways. Fuck. It's just a huge fuck show.
I can't speak because I have no idea how I'll react. I'll probably be like, yeah, you're going to listen to DSI when you go to sleep for fucking lullabies.
Oh, God. I took my pregnant ex-wife whenever we were still married out to see death metal show. Kid didn't really like the horribly produced shit that I thought was more, novelty based. But the moment fucking Morbid Angel came on, my daughter was just like bouncing happily inside the womb.
I do know that I know one guy whose baby apparently loved the band Incantation. That's how you know you got a winner on your hands.
Mm-hmm.
If your kid giggles and all that when you listen to Incantation, that's how you know you've either got a winner or a future serial killer, which is also a winner as long as they don't get caught.
Fuck you, Elliot. I was trying not to cough. You made me laugh at the same time. Oh,
and then we also got the thing that you wanted to bitch about. This Governor Bevan's abortion claim on Fox News was rated mostly false by fact checkers. I don't really trust PolitiFact. They called me a fucking Nazi, and I disagree with that statement because the fact I once associated with Nazis doesn't mean I was one of them. I was actually debating them, telling them how fucking retarded they were.
Wait, PolitiFact?
But because I debated a Nazi, I'm a Nazi.
Do you mean the forums on PolitiFact?
Matt Bevan is just a piece of shit in general.
A lot of these fact checker sites have been going fucking bonkers here and there.
Yeah, it really depends on what. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't really been sort of paying attention to this, so.
I haven't paid attention to Matt Bevan because, Matt Bevan is just getting on my nerves.
I'd have to do some.
When you consider the fact that over 40% of all abortions performed in America are the taking of young black lives, that more black children, more blacks period, are killed by abortion than crime, accidents, disease, AIDS. This is the part that's false. No, all that shit kills more. But back to the time whenever I was debating legit neo-Nazis now. One of their huge things was trying to push for abortion to be generally accepted within black and Jewish communities. They wanted them to embrace abortion so that way they would self-euthanize and call their own population so the neo-Nazis would be happy.
Nico's that not racist? Oh my god.
I was actually actual racists. You find out how they fucking think, and that's how they think.
I was actually waiting for it to go. 40% of abortions are human sacrifices. Remember the Planned Parenthood?
Matt Bevan.
I love that.
This is why I wanted to have this show tonight. Matt Bevan argued with Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson and Matt Bevan. I'm just straight up. Who the fuck believes this? Oh my god.
I mean, I will say that, yeah, that is a problem I keep hearing from a lot of people within the black community, both conservative and liberal, saying that there are just way too many blacks being aborted.
I don't think there are enough people being aborted. I think we should have 9,000 trimester abortions with a 9 millimeter.
9-month abortion with a
No.
9mm. That makes sense.
Yeah, how about
No, we
90-year
can't have
abortions?
full-term abortions because,
How
you
about
It
know,
just
took
kill
it.
everyone?
It
people
took
get
its first
so
breath,
upset
and
about
just
that.
before it could cry,
Abortions of anybody ready to pop?
I have to kind of agree with that. Just before it could cry for the first time, blam! There.
This is why we're unable to get any sort of mainstream media things, because we go from that to
Oh, well, Elliot, do you want to know, honestly, serious to God, when I had my kids, I did not actually have any kind of attachment to them, until they actually came out of me. And I was like, oh shit, there's actually a baby there.
I don't know, but I hate when
Sure, that's how I did it. I'm sorry.
I seriously. I mean, okay, I don't know how I'll react to any kids of mine should I ever have kids. I don't know if there's any more annoying sound than hearing a baby cry, though.
Oh God, yes.
That sound
You
just
see,
sort of
right here, this is the part that, actually makes the claim seem to have weight, because Centers for Disease Control don't list abortion as a cause of death because you're just terminating a fetus. Ooh, wow.
Right, right,
well,
right,
But
right.
at the same time, you're going to have someone a bit more right leaning saying, they're negating all the potential murders that are happening without realizing the procedure's still not
Yeah,
that widely
DNCs are very,
performed.
very dangerous.
well. Plus, I don't think human beings are sentient until they can at least have independent thoughts. I don't think a fetus is a sentient being. It's a
Well, thank
pile
you.
of
Thank
poo.
you. I appreciate
Well,
that.
let's just assume that the moment, just humor me for a moment. Let's
That's fun.
assume the moment that the sperm hits an egg, that it is 100% life as ordained by Boink the Destroyer.
Oh. Well,
Okay.
Blake would only want that life to go where he wanted it to go for as long as he wanted to be a thing.
Yeah. Like I said, just humor me here. Okay. If it was every time you get an abortion done, let's just assume that literally is terminating a human life, regardless of how fucking not even quite human yet, just a couple of spare cells chucked out. It is. Okay. Let's just assume that for a moment. It's still a fairly rare operation, even with morning after pill and all that shit. It is. Now, the numbers do add up to sizable numbers, and they do impact different communities different ways. Smaller communities, it impacts a lot more than much larger fucking cities.
Okay. That
But all these fucking numbers aren't being tallied up right. They're not going to look at it that way because we're not going to report every single abortion done. We're not going to keep tally on all that, but we will keep, tally on people who died from heart disease and murder. Ergo, those numbers are going to be botched and you'll never be able to get a true assessment of the number.
Yeah, true.
That's why that, it kills more than all these other things is believable because, if you actually believe that to be a life, there's no accounting for that. They're not putting the true numbers out there. Some places will literally cook the books on that because, well, this person was raped by her father. She can't leave that household without severe threat of death to her person because father will hunt her down.
I have literally personally seen somebody who said that if that rape results in pregnancy, then that baby will say, "Hey, something bad is going on here." Incest is proven by the product of rape. I have seen that.
See, I was gonna take it the other way and said that if you think that, sentience begins when sperm meets eggs, and let's have fucking embryos vote.
Yeah, why not? That'd be awesome.
we actually I get some goddamn solutions.
Yeah,
I'm
really.
sorry. I'm actually trying to argue the shit that's going on in Georgia right now.
I don't know everything that's going on in Georgia.
You're literally talking to someone who's been reviewing
No,
Top
I'm
Gear.
sorry. It's
So
just
I have
I
no
have
idea.
been so fucking pissed about this shit. All these fucking bastards thinking that they have a oh.
Well, and yeah,
I mean, all I know is that they're making it more difficult to get abortions. And like I said
Yeah.
before,
They think that they have control over female bodies.
whenever all you see in your feed is shit like this for days on end, you become
No.
less and less
What I
sympathetic.
see in my feed is laws that have not gone into effect yet. And I'm a human being. I can actually adequately, react to such things. I see news in my feed that goes into laws in my feed, and I can actually say, hey, that is a really bad law. That should not be a thing.
Yeah, I disagree with the laws
This
myself,
is why
but at
you're
the,
mad at Matt Bevin.
See, I disagree with but I can't comment on the specifics because I don't know what's been going on because I've been really busy with other things.
Mhm.
And my feed's full of so boo pity me because I broke up with my girlfriend who was evil, and yet I can't stop talking to her and about her, even though I don't want anything to do with her because I broke up.
Jesus Christ, Elliot.
So that's what my feed's been full of. So yeah, I don't know what's really been going. Oh, that and Indy 500 practice where Fernando Alonso is struggling mightily in qualifying tomorrow. So
You were not
I
very sympathetic, dude.
what?
You were not very sympathetic.
Of course I'm not. I don't sympathize with people who constantly write for 5 days now how they broke up with their evil
Ow.
girlfriend and they don't want anything to do with her and they want closure, but they can't stop talking about her and can't stop fucking talking to her. Then fucking don't talk to her, you waste of fucking sperm.
You're talking about a personal issue.
They should have had an abortion, okay? Their parents should have aborted them.
yes, I agree. Their parents should have aborted
See,
them, and barring
you
that,
show
their
you
parents should have gone out on a cruise
Everybody
and
should
then
have
sank in the
aborted
middle of the
everybody.
ocean with no survivors.
no here. You
Bring
wanted a
back the Titanic.
you wanted a bid show, you've got a bid show. This is what I'm just annoyed by is that I just day after day, and then I'm the asshole because I say what everyone's really thinking. And of course,
Fine, Elliot. Bitch about the shit you want to bitch about. That's fine.
and of course, you know that everyone's really thinking, shut the fuck up and stop crying. But no one's actually going to say that because people are too polite. And then I say it, and I have to be called the asshole. So
Well, you never let us do that, so.
I have to say it because it just
Hmm.
it weighs on just after the 10th status of it that day, after the 5th day. I'm sorry, I have to say it. So I can't stand
Jesus Christ, Elliot. I come up with an actual cool thing to talk about on your show, and you shit on me.
this isn't. I'm not shouting at you.
Shut up, Jim.
It's overplayed by my book. I mean, you got
It's
all
not
these.
overplayed. It's new. It's interesting.
It would be interesting for the fact that I was so burnt out on
Yeah.
fucking this shit.
This is literally the shit you guys discuss on your show.
But this isn't really a show. I mean, we didn't have any time to prepare or anything, so I'm not
Well, that
really
was not my fault necessarily, but I asked Jim that I could be on that. I told him
And I'm trying to
today
let
was okay, and I just said that it was not necessary.
I thought this was just going to be a random bitch fest. I mean, if you want bitch, I can bitch because that is something that does annoy me. And yeah, the abortion thing, but I need to actually do some research on the laws before I talk about them because I don't like to. You know what I mean? I don't want to just
Fuck, I done
See,
4 hours ago.
talk
I
about
don't know
things.
the exact specifics on it, but I will say, fuck. All I have been seeing is the same people that call all Republicans stupid. There is not a single one of them that isn't a corrupt, backstabbing bastard. Anyone who supports a Republican needs to be drug out in the street and shot. We need to burn down Republican homes constantly to make certain that the Republican purge just happens, that they're all gone and we can live in our happy little utopian, nothing bad will ever happen to anyone ever again in society.
I've been
Okay,
seeing a bit
disclaimer.
of that, and I've also been seeing the other side, which is a guy who constantly makes fun of California, which I let him do, says something to the effect of because I guess Alabama has a new abortion law, and said, "Wow, people complaining about Alabama, and you don't even live in Alabama." And I was like, "Wait, dude, you make post after post about how California is, this evil liberal paradise, which, yeah, there are parts of California I complain about, but now you're saying we have no right to complain about a state that we don't live in?
I'm not a goddamn liberal, all right?
I never said you were. I'm
And
not.
I believe in a lot of things that are very Republican, but
I am a.
everything that I've seen lately has just been so super stupid.
See, I'm on the part of the left that likes personal freedom and likes fast cars.
I
Sort of
mean,
an older style.
I don't understand it.
it must be weird because you must be subscribed to all the right wing dit jobs in
No,
your feed, and
no.
I'm subscribed to all the left wing dit jobs in my feed.
I'm subscribed to mostly left wing, but occasionally there's a guy on there who says he's centrist, and yet all he does is parrot right wing ideas, which is I'm a centrist. No, you're not. Um, so yeah, I'm sort of a classical. I'm one of those who just likes personal freedom, and also likes Ferraris.
I would be an anarchist if I thought it was actually a sustainable model, but it is
Oh,
not.
I think we pissed her off somehow. I didn't.
I
I thought it was just going to be a bitch fest or whatever. I didn't know there was going to be any articles or. And
well, I didn't think there was going to be any articles.
yeah, I think we fucked up or pissed someone off or. Yeah, I thought it was just going to be a bitch fest. I was thinking of things to get me annoyed, and that's one of his self pitying. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
we could do an abortion show. I just have to get like research. I don't like talking about things that I don't know about. That so that's my big problem is I could talk about abortion laws or whatever. Just I don't know what's going on right in the world because I've been so sort of
I just see it and skim past it because it's all I fucking see, and it's from the same people that don't
yeah
want rational discourse to
yeah
discuss their positions. People that believe that everyone should just automatically assume they're correct all the time, and
yeah
that's where you push everyone the fuck away, and you're not going to get any supporters. And people that do agree with you on 99% of the things, you've already pushed them away to the point where they're going to vote against you to spite you.
yeah and this you paved the way for even more you know you paved the way for actual neo Nazis.
Mm-hmm.
Trump's the new Hitler. Oh my God, this is the new Hitler. Trump's a saint.
Yeah, I know.
So that's, but yeah. So I thought it was just going to be a bitch show. I was thinking of things to get angry at, and that, like I said, that is one of the things.
Oh, no, she's not here. We can bitch about whatever. Unfortunately, we don't have her input. And it's always fun having her input.
Yeah, but I think we didn't take it seriously enough or something. Sorry.
Oh, we couldn't take it seriously enough because we got different lives here. And
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck her issue is.
I don't know. But
But she's always railing about all these right wing hacks screaming about shit. And it's like, I don't see that. I see a bunch of left wing hacks screaming about shit.
I almost want to ask her, who do you follow? Can I follow these people? Just to give some fucking different opinions. She sends me articles and like they're the weirdest right wing articles. I'm just like, wait, huh? How do you find these things?
Yeah, really. Because I don't know where she finds half this stuff. Sometimes I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I'd like to cover it. But then, it's like she disappears for 3 days and she's the one that wants to talk about it.
I find articles because people post right wing, but they're a lot more serious in tone. Because I usually like to post sort of funny articles, and they're like, you know, they're usually a little bit more serious. But I mean, they're fine for the show, just not for Facebook. um, yeah, I haven't really found. Like I said, my whole thing about abortion is it's make it legal and people can decide whether they want to do it or not.
Yeah,
I
let it
don't
go. I don't care.
I don't like moralizing. I despise people who try to govern the morality
No,
of.
she had to pee.
Oh, I thought we just.
So she might be back.
Okay. I'm glad we didn't. Well, probably, yeah. I'm glad I didn't piss anyone off today. That's a new record. Elliot Lindewood hasn't pissed anyone off in 12 hours. But yeah, I don't like people who. Well, you already know, Jim. We've talked about this before. We don't like people who try to morally govern anything, really.
Yeah, really. Because if you want to take the moral high ground, do that in your own home.
I mean,
And it's
there are.
fine for you to fucking go around and protest shit. Just don't go around fucking shit up while you do.
I mean, there are age of consent things which I think are good, but as far as things like drinking and smoking, let them drink, let them smoke, people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the funny thing, like straight edge kids always said that underage drinking, laws were actually made for kids to drink. If you think about it, there's actually some truth to that. As much as I hate straight edge, because they want kids to drink, so they want to arrest them.
She'll be in after a cigarette. She's not going to sit there and bullshit on the mic while she's
I don't know
outside.
how you can smoke cigarettes inside the house.
Me?
Yeah.
Simple. I either crack a window or I just say, fuck it, I'm going to get cancer anyway.
Well, my grandmother used to smoke a lot of cigarettes, and I went into the garage one time, which was the door was closed, and I don't know, 50,000
Just
cigarettes.
remind everyone that everyone knows that she had to piss that was watching this. Anyway.
Yes, everyone knows she has to piss, and their dogs are going crazy. I think someone might be home, but I walked down to the garage and I could feel my lungs aging about 30 years.
Boom, boom, boom.
I've never really, tried it.
I still do find that funny that you got really into Dave Brokey Experience while I just fell in love with ex-cops, and it's all the same musicians.
It's the same musicians. Well, actually, the whole ex-cops thing was just because I never heard the album. Like, once I heard the album, I was like, oh yeah, this is amazing. But I had heard a lot about the album, but I could never find it. It was one of those sort of, I knew people who had it, but I just never listened to it. And finally, I heard the album once you talked about it. I was like, yeah, this is really good. Also, the live version of Paddy Wagon Rape from Live at Ground Zero was quite good. Yeah, it's the same musicians. DBX is more pop punk, but the fun kind of pop punk that's melodic, but just fun. It's not about dating a girl and making her dessert.
Mm-hmm.
Or about masturbation and squirrels. And so yeah, I like DBX and X Cops. I finally got the Beat You Down, I think it is the single with Highway Star on it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, finally.
Oh, here's the fun part here. I finally got my damn fucking money deducted from my bank account for the computer I'm getting.
Yeah, that's going to be great.
It's not 100% top line everything, but I wouldn't be able to afford that about a 10 grand loan.
Does it need to be, really? I mean, all it needs to be is, like, mine's not top of the line. I don't know how much we paid for mine, and yet mine still does what it does very quickly and efficiently.
Well, this thing's falling apart at the seams. I needed a new one. I was like, I might as well upgrade to something that can actually handle a bit of a workload.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I got 4 disk drives, 4 hard drives.
Well, and the cool thing is, I'm sure your computer would be a top of the line computer 5 years ago. I mean, it's amazing. Just
It was pretty much close to top of the line like 5-6 years ago. That's about how old it is.
yeah, and mine's 3 years, and I'm sure people are looking at it going, "Oh my god, you're still using that thing?" I'll use it until it breaks, and then I'll
Mhm.
think, "Oh shit, I didn't back up my files." Actually, that's not true. I always back up my files. In fact, I'm quite paranoid about that. Uh, so yeah, that's yeah. I like DBX and I like XCops and Guar, obviously. I finally got all the Slave Pit singles. Don't ask me how long it. Well, actually, it took about 12 years to get all the Slave Pit singles. Not on vinyl. I have a couple on vinyl, and I have the CD compilation. Slaves Going single. Mexican prickfish. Do.
Mexican breakfast. Do 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 do.
Hey, puto.
We are doomed.
Don't fuck with my business, alright? Because my business is my fucking business.
I mean, that was one thing I really wanted to bitch about whenever she was like screaming about this thing. It's like, yeah, I've seen this pop up a million times on my feed, and I can automatically tell just by the titles alone. I disagreed with at least parts of the law, if not the laws in their entirety. But at the same time, because people just attack, and when in doubt, attack again, and that's all you hear.
Yes.
They become apathetic towards the arguments, even if it's something they would normally sit there and rally with you against, because you spent 6 weeks beating them over the head with a baseball bat. They're still going to stand against you and say, fuck you, let it happen. Enjoy your own fucking well-earned desserts.
Why do you think I haven't been focusing on it? I mean, when it comes to getting screamed at or watching old episodes of Top Gear, I'm sorry, the cars win all the time.
Ah, fuck.
You know, it's just, I don't like getting yelled at all the time. I mean, it loses its fun kind of quickly when that's all you get. Is
You want to know what's something that's funny? You found 2 ballistas.
yeah.
And I was looking through the stats, and you could hook those up to your long ship and have them pivot so you could attack from any angle.
Nice. That is awesome.
I mean, there's a lot of ships where they can only shoot from the sides or from the fore or the bow, but they can't, like,
so
swivel it like you can there.
so they're basically big guns, or
Imagine, if you would, a giant bow,
oh yeah, that is cool.
but instead of an arrow, it's a huge pointed log the size of a tree.
Ouch. That's gotta feel painful going through someone's skull. Someone rather snarkily pointed out that they have all this magic and all these settlements. They don't have any gunpowder.
Well, there's guns in my campaign setting.
Yeah.
They're not widespread because wizards distrust them.
That's actually interesting that you should say that. Back in the ancient days, when like gunpowder and cannons were first being introduced, the church called it the devil's work. And then the church realized that guns come in handy.
And one thing that gets really railed against, not just by like the magic users, but like anyone that believes in religion, is high tech, because technology can replace God.
I like
the gods, but at the same time, and that's why. And even though they haven't really developed the tech on their own, it's all salvaged alien equipment. Even in my main campaign world, it mostly is, except for one empire that collapsed under its own weight in ancient times. So it's ancient tech there.
that is a concept I really like, that technology replaces God. That is a concept I like to think about, actually. So
I know.
good. You're making me think.
But at the same time, it's why you're going through all this shit where my campaign world's mostly medieval,
Yeah, exactly.
because people had a different way of looking at things. And even though you can find a gun in pretty much anywhere, you might find one gun in a small town, period. And you have to sit there and work with it to get it reworked.
Getting back to what you were saying about apathy, well, yeah, when we first met, I was extremely political and, was all up into that whole political stuff. What you've seen over the last 4 or so years is just me going, meh.
Well, part of it was me showing you, yeah, look at this shit, look at this shit, look at this shit. And there was just people going completely batshit insane with some stuff you agreed with, then taking it 20 steps too far to the point where I was like, what?
I mean, and I still agree with what I agree with. I mean, I haven't.
And then you also got to see the parts where, yeah, it's 100% something you agree with, but these people aren't willing to debate their points.
Yeah, exactly. And so because of that, I've just been like, feel free to argue. I'll just be over here. So that's why I haven't really been paying attention to the whole abortion thing, just because I know whatever I say, I'm just going to get screamed at. And I don't know.
I'm older, and as you get older,
it loses its fun after a while.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like.
So she has returned.
I have.
And then you do that. And then it's like, I could get screamed at, or I could watch, Jeremy Clarkson blow something up.
Oh,
I'm gonna watch him blow something up.
My personal love right now is that Jake Linfield has returned, and I want to fucking destroy him. I'm sorry. When I was on Facebook a while back, there was a dude named Jake Linfield who actually totally shared nudes with underage kids and so on and so forth. And I got shit on by so many people because, oh, he wouldn't do that. He's not a good guy, etc. And I was like,
fuck him.
Yeah.
So this is why I just embrace being the satanic baby killer.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's 100% factually incorrect, so I've never been a Satanist, and no infants were found in my dad's backyard where they were supposed to be buried.
I taught 2 children to actually do English right during this time period. So,
yeah, but the whole thing is, every time he's such a nice guy, he's such a great guy, I automatically distrust it, whereas I'm embracing being the bottom of the molehill because fuck it. The only way I could go is up.
Truth. That's why, I mean, yeah, I think until about 2015, I tried to sort of make my image as sort of the nice person, like, oh, I'm a good, but then I was like, you know what, I can't.
Oh God, I tried so hard to be the decent, nice, kind human being, on top of just who I normally am. Even put forth more effort and make myself look more squeaky clean, while I still had custody of my kids, simply because I remembered my past, and I knew that if things came up about my past, that there would be the chance I lost my kids. Well, lo and behold, I don't have rights to them anymore, so I just said, fuck it.
Now, Jim, whenever you wanted to be...
And when I look back at it, if I would have not sold out the way I did, try to make myself look like a member of polite society, I'd probably still have custody of my kids.
I know
because I put on a false face that it all happened.
I know you sort of did the whole religion thing and the homeless shelter. You never tried doing the whole I've been born again thing when you were trying to get... Because I actually did look into sort of the Bible and what, because I didn't know anything about the Bible. Okay, I know I didn't believe in it or whatever, but if you had asked me what I didn't believe in about the Bible, I could not have told you. And I knew some friends who were really, really religious, and I was I wasn't really looking for answers. I was literally, what the hell do they see in this 2,000-year-old book? And so I read it, and that made me even more anti-Christian. It was funny because I was actually talking. Oh, I read the Bible. Oh, did you find the answers? Yeah, but they're not yours.
Oh yeah, whenever you said someone had returned, guess what else has returned?
The Summer Slaughter Festival with one of the worst lineups in human history.
After eating raw rodent's kidney for good health, couple die of bubonic plague.
Nice. Oh yeah, I remember this one.
We've brought back the Black Plague because people have gotten dumb.
Well, granted, this is in like buttfuck nowhere.
Hi, you guys.
Where is this one? Where is this from again?
Yeah, this is from the remote borders of China and Russia. A 6-day quarantine of 118 people had come in contact with the couple, including locals and a number of foreign tourists.
So it's in China and Russia. Well, wait,
I got one for you. Freedom Light says, "Stop writing insults about Alabama. They're 50s in education. They can't read that shit."
So it's in China and Russia. Well, that'll change from their usual habit of eating dog.
Alabama can't read.
Say that on air.
Apparently.
Oops.
Good.
I said something bad on air.
Would you like to hear 5 reasons why government should be involved in raising kids and replace the parents?
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I do not think all Chinese people eat dogs. That came out without provocation.
Nah, it's fine.
Children have their own legal identities and interests separate from their parents, worthy of protection.
Good thing.
You realize that the whole point is to rebel against your parents? And if you remove the parents, you're not going to be able to rebel against them, and you're not going to have your own identity separate from them.
Yeah, well, my job is to make sure that my 8-year-old actually doesn't
rebel against having your own identity and become robots just like your parents.
Literally, my job is to make sure my 8-year-old doesn't go and be a fucking asshole.
I never rebelled against anything. My thought process were just deliberately contrary to most living things on this earth. I didn't even try to rebel. I mean,
that's okay.
The few times I actually tried to rebel, I wound up more normal than me just being normal.
That's okay.
It's
fine. It's just, dude, I was raised to believe that my child should be absolutely 100% normal, and I was like, okay. And then he started being all stupid, and I was like, oh god.
All kids are stupid.
Yeah, they are.
All adults are stupid too.
Yes, they are.
But seriously.
The well-being of children affects not only them and their families, but society as a whole. So that's a reason to exclude them from their parents?
Yeah. Well, that just means that,
Well, okay.
Children who flourish
in doing good. If my kids are doing good, that means my family's doing good. I'm okay with that.
Children who flourish in the early years are more likely to become productive citizens and contribute to a prosperous economy and participatory democracy. So what you're saying is that if the government were to raise me, I would have been shot in the head because everyone hated me and threw bricks at my head because I was sexually molested as a kid. And then when I came back from the loony bin after that huge depression thing, they decided to take a baseball bat to my head, upping the ante.
Yes, and I would have become
the government raising you there.
I would have become the first ever blind serial killer. Granted, probably wouldn't have killed many people, but it's the thought that counts.
Mm-hmm.
He killed his first person and got caught, but at least he did something.
Parents don't always make the appropriate sacrifices for their children.
I mean, okay,
wow.
I do agree that there needs to be some
sort don't of... say...
Okay, I do agree. There's no class, there's no manual, there's no anything on how to be a basic parent, which is something that everyone is.
It can always be worse.
But you are thrown at the deep end. But that's sort of what life is.
I didn't know a damn thing about being a parent. All right, when I started to be an actual parent, I literally yeeted 2 children out of my fucking. I was like, oh my god.
Did that make you want to smoke crack?
No.
Yeah.
So you're not booting up with fucking heroin?
No. My job there was, well, I thought, I want kids, so I had them, and I was like, oh God, why did I have kids?
I wouldn't
See,
know the first
that's
thing.
what parents don't always make the appropriate sacrifices for their children means. It's automatically assuming the parent's going to fucking do the worst possible choices in life instead of trying to
Right?
do whatever they can for their kid.
I was okay with that though. I figured it out. It's all right.
Yeah, you figured it out, but people arguing that the
Some people
government
do
should
not.
have more of a
No,
say you never did,
no. I actually
and
planned
that
both
you're a
my
crackhead.
children. I planned both my children. I wanted both my children. Now, that I didn't like them when they were inside of me, that's a whole different other thing.
Parents sometimes lack the information they need to make the right decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we all lack that information to make any sort of decision,
Ah,
especially the kids.
Well, and I agree there, but I don't think the government stepping. I think there should be at least
The
some.
government knows less than I do, and I know jack shit. So that means we're fucked if the government gets in charge of your kids.
Which could only make the world a more interesting place.
mm,
Parents don't always have the resources to invest in their children. So because
no.
poor people exist, that's why we have to take all the kids away.
Oh dear. Well,
Poverty exists. We got to take all the kids from impoverished families away
no,
and put them in
no,
government custody.
no. Here's your argument. I'm well off. I have a very nice house. I have a very nice yard. I can take care of those kids. They can get all the shit that they need. Why should they come to me?
Because other people are fucking up, therefore they have to take yours.
Mm-hmm.
That's what all these
And
arguments pretty much swirl up to be. Other parents are fucking up, therefore we have to take your kids as well.
alright, well, here's the other part of the argument. I'm an okay parent. I have a decent house. I have room for other kids. I am doing the best I can.
Doesn't matter. There's a crackhead down the street that treats our kids like shit, so it's time to take your kids away.
Hmm.
That's what these arguments all boil down to.
Then why the fuck are we promoting abortion? Like, literally. The entire reason why abortion is this thing is because, oh, well, these kids could go into foster care or adoption or whatever.
Well, they want all the kids put in adoption, so that way no one's their birth parents.
Right? And the problem is that literally every single person that goes into foster care does not get that benefit. Ever. At all.
Oh, well, let's do something happy.
No.
Death metal is often violent and misogynist, yet brings joy and empowerment to fans. The music is aggressive. The lyrics are
Fuck
often
you,
violent.
Jim.
Fuck me, good. I hope you do.
No,
like
I mean
that
it.
shit.
Fuck you.
Good. I like it. And it has been blamed for inciting violent crimes such as rape and murder. No, usually just the person is just a fuck up. Kill them. Cannibal Corpse, one of the most successful death metal bands, has sold over 2 million units worldwide and sings about topics such as murder, rape, torture, infanticide, decapitation, and necrophilia.
Really?
On things.
Among other things, yes. The sale of Cannibal Corpse records was even banned in Australia from 96 to 2006.
We need to teach them about thrash metal. Gosh.
No. They all automatically think that all thrash is about drinking beer and vomiting on yourself.
Is it not?
Well, Australia has a very health and safety culture nowadays, so it's
Yeah, well.
the days of the insane beer swilling Aussie are pretty much over. Nowadays, they think that big trucks racing on the street, closed off streets, will somehow make people want to race cars on the streets because that's how they think. So yeah,
Mm,
I don't know. They think racing should be outlawed.
okay.
We asked 48 fans and 97 non-fans to listen to music from bands such as Cannibal Corpse. They
Mm.
rated their emotional experiences using a range of psychological scales and
Oh
described why they
yeah,
believed the music elicited such responses.
That's
we
a
read
weird
this.
number.
We read this on a New Year's special.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm reading it again. Fans' top 3 emotions: power, 3.93%; joy, 3.58. Okay, scale from 1 to 5. Sorry. So that's almost 4 out of 5. That's 3.5 out of 5. And peace, that's 2.73, almost 3 out of 5. The non-fans all are pretty close to 1, which is the lowest part of the scale. Tension for fans is 2.3. Non-fans, it was almost 4. Fear, it was 1.9 for fans and 2.95 for non-fans, which means people that don't like the music actually feel their tension, fear, and anger, where I feel happy, peace-loving hippie thoughts.
Elliot, are you there?
Yeah, I just
Can you bitch slap Jim for me?
why?
Just because.
No, you're closer to him than I am.
I
I'm just.
smash your fucking head in until the brain seeps through the cracks. Violence is now a way of life.
Yeah. All the things about I'm kind of tired of the everyone writing about how
No, it's fine. I understand.
metalheads are more likely to be happy, nice people than serial killers.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, there
Yeah.
are nice metalheads, but I'm not. I'm sort of esoterically happy, So
Yeah, I don't like Jim's all, how do you put it? Rice
Jim is
cake poofed.
Jim is
Shit.
a happy serial killer. He kills people, but feels happy about it.
He makes people into rice cereal.
He kills cereal.
Happy people
Captain Crunch.
No,
killing man.
I literally said he
Killing.
kills people and makes them into rice cereal.
Jim, serial killer. Fuck you, Captain Crunch.
He puffs up all his opinions into rice
Eat lead.
cereal.
Eat lead.
All of my opinions are life cereal now? What the fuck?
Yep.
What?
It's life and unlife cereal. Part of a
I
balanced
want
breakfast.
unlife cereal personally.
Yes, it's unlife.
Unlife.
I'm sure you can figure it out.
It's ungood.
Mm-hmm.
Double
Blech.
plus non-good.
Double plus
Nah,
ungood.
you'll figure it out.
It's double plus ungood, stupid.
Y'all got this. Stop being so stupid.
No.
No, you can't call him stupid. Only I can call him stupid.
Dude, that was just a joke.
Yeah, I know. I was joking as well.
Gosh.
Gosh. We're gonna go on a road movie together, and we're just gonna all kill each other.
Mm-hmm. That would be so cool.
I'm sure I would get bored with Jim in about 45 minutes and try to get him
Right?
eaten.
Oh, yes.
Here, Wolfie. Here, Wolfie.
And I'm sure in 45 minutes I'd try to convince Jim to eat some sort of roadkill off the side of the road.
I think I am pretty straightforward. I don't have time for games and lies. That stuff is exhausting. I wake up every day and try to remain positive and in good spirits. I faced most challenges with laughter and a smile, with a knife in my hand, dancing around the dancing flame.
Fuck you, Jim.
I wake up every day and think, why isn't everyone dead?
I am looking for a corpse and everything it has to offer. Some who is fluent in smartass, sarcasm, and simple pleasures, like stabbing people in the forehead and leaving the knife in there so you could call them unicorn.
Unicorn. If anyone's watching, by the way, I have an Audible account, and I was looking at where you could hear audiobooks, and I was looking, and guess what they released on Tuesday? Lords of Chaos audiobook. It's been in print. It's been in it came out in '98. The revised edition came out in 2003, and they just now made an audiobook in 2019. I wonder why that is.
Couldn't promote something and fucking promote it, man.
Couldn't possibly have anything to do with the movie that came out and it's going to be released on Blu-ray and DVD May 28th.
Jim?
What?
Couldn't possibly.
Knock it off.
Knock what off?
Knock everything off.
Why? What'd I do this time?
Good
I did
point.
not shat myself yet.
Good point. So yeah, it's just funny as the 13 hours and 29 minutes of fail.
Elliot.
A bit like this show.
Yeah.
Ambitious but rubbish. So yeah, just if any Lords of Chaos is available on Audible in case you ever want to sink that low.
I'm easygoing. I can't have kids. I'm divorced. If you don't like that, please keep moving. I have tattoos. I love kids. I love bonfires. I love watching movies. I love having fun. I am not down for drama.
I hate that.
I give 100%. If you have questions, please ask. I am 420 friendly. I don't have a car.
This is fucking poetry right here. All we need is like some beat, and if Jim had any sort of sense of rhythm,
I know, it's fucking awesome.
420, I don't have a car.
Oh, I'm about to die.
I am back at this mysterious thing. I would really like to meet someone who says they mean what they mean and say what they say.
Oh, Lord.
Did I stop looking at the dating thing because I decided to just wait and see what happens?
Oh, come on. I'm having fun laughing at these. Even though you don't hear me laughing on the microphone, that's what I'm doing internally.
I hope. I really hope.
Oh, here we go again. This is number 3 that says it. Drum roll, please. Please keep your drama away from me.
Oh, no.
It's what kind of people are you are all these people attracting that drama is so fucking huge? Oh, wait. This person goes into detail. If you have baby mama drama, an ex who doesn't realize she's an ex, a live-in girlfriend, wife, or anything along those lines, please skip to the next person.
What?
I love people like the people who keep talking about how they don't want any drama, they don't want all that, and then they date someone who turns out to have, a live-in girlfriend or something. It's like, well, stop dating that particular type of people.
I mean, usually whenever they start mentioning these things, they've dated someone who was those things.
They know better.
Probably repeatedly, and will still continue to date people like that because all happens to die hard. Granted,
they won't learn.
Granted,
Ah.
I've been just about everything, including a knowing side piece. But hey, whatever.
I
Oh,
am
Mary.
very curious to
Really,
see
really,
if
really,
many.
really bad. Angry. Ugh, angry.
I am very curious to see if any men out there still know what it means to date someone.
Dates are boring.
Or to know how to,
If it
get rid
comes,
of
if it,
the crazy.
see, my last girlfriend they sort of broke it off because I would rather watch old races than talk to her, and I just sort of took that as an unconscious sign that
This is from the profile here. I don't even know if people still go on dates.
I don't, because I think dates are boring. Unless it's to a dirt track. What are you gonna do for romance? Let's go to a sprint car race.
Hey, what did we do last time?
Hmm.
You're not going to comment on that?
Doesn't sound.
I think she's trying to punish me.
What? Do you want me to tell you the first time that I said hi to Jim? He was like, "Why can't I lick you on the?"
I need to get back into
Ah.
I need to get back into talking to people thing. I've been
That was
sort
the
of.
first thing I said. What about the last date we were on,
Oh God, I don't even know.
which was like about a week ago? You
Dude,
can't
I
even
don't
remember a
remember.
week ago.
Yeah.
There was nothing memorable about it. That's excellent.
This is an amazing interview here. Right, Radio Gold. I need to get back into talking to people. I've been sort of in my own little world of racing and cars and stuff.
Oh, here's a reason she's a keeper. I'm employed.
Good for you.
I'm honest, loyal, good-hearted, hopeless romantic, and old-fashioned. I've seen that line 1,000,001 times.
Old-fashioned. Does that mean you drive Morgans? If you don't know what Morgans are, they still make cars out of wood. They are awesome, and I want one. We actually saw one last year, powered by a sort of a V-twin motorcycle engine, and it was like, how do you get a Morgan in California?
I'm trying to inspire the fucking fun part, and you're trying to get all serious. Anyway.
No, I'm not. I'm not trying to get all serious. I'm trying to have my own fun with talking about cars made out of wood.
Cars made out of wood.
That's my
and
thing.
bone.
She said she's old fashioned. Okay, did I expect you in the wood car? And
Yabe, what is the fuck is a yabe? Oh yeah.
I don't understand these. Okay, Jim. I told you this, but I'm going to say it again. It was on a dating group. What keeps you from shooting your shot? Nice. Well, give me 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes, and I'll shoot it quite nicely. Then I realized
the first time Jim showed up in my feed, he said, "Yay, grape pie!"
Then I realized, just based on
what?
Cream pie.
Cream pie?
Mm-hmm.
When did I say that? I mean, it doesn't sound out of character for me at all. It sounds like something, but it's part of one of my many rants that I just repeat over and over again.
I'm convinced he doesn't know half of what he actually says.
Yeah, probably. Flipping. Look, dude.
Based on the fact that this wasn't a sexual group, this was more of just a singles group.
Well, that cream pie shit was definitely sexual.
So I was like, okay, clearly this means something else. Apparently, shooting your shot is now slang for asking someone on a date. I'm sorry, no, it's not. Shooting your shot means ejaculation. Slang just gets stupider and stupider.
I've never heard that one.
The follow-up question was, after you shoot your shot, do you keep shooting? I'm like, no, usually I'm sort of worn out and I need a couple minutes rest before, blowing my load again.
I've literally never heard that one. Okay.
Yeah, well, now you have. I never heard that one until, I think last Saturday. And so yeah, shooting your shot now means
Damn.
asking someone out. And it was funny because the person on the site actually got pissed off. Like, don't act like you're all new to this. And I was like, okay, I've never heard this in my life.
Right.
Yes, I don't
I'm,
comprehend it myself.
I've heard a lot of things in my life. But I've never heard shooting your shot as slang for asking someone out.
I
That
had never. No. Ever. No. No. What? Not myself. No.
I mean,
Meet cute
Why?
maids at Heim Cafe.
What?
Meet cute maids at Heim Cafe.
This makes sense.
so
It makes little sense.
Yeah, it doesn't.
vagina kayak.
Hmm. John and Kayak makes more sense than this bullshit.
No, it makes sense.
Groove out to Flying Lotus.
Hmm.
No, I don't want to.
No.
I don't know what to do, bitch. I'll fucking kill you.
Mm.
Unlock your financial potential and become a living blob.
There was an actual ad about a guy who claimed that he could get to the bottom of your dog's depression.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. They actually have a TV show for that, The Dog Whisperer.
Mm-hmm.
They also have the Horse Whisperer and the Cat Whisperer. And the
They
Cat
have
Whisperer is funny because it's all about getting a cat to do cat things,
They have the
which
gym
usually
whisper.
involves mauling something.
Do they have the gym whisper? Because I could read that. Get off your ass and do something.
There
Jim.
we go.
Fucking stop being lazy and do a show. No. This is what we do on Friday nights, people.
Well, you see, that's exactly why nothing's happening, too. Women aren't running around with guns.
Guns are
And if
boring.
if all the chicks were running around with assault rifles, yeah, that'd be a lot more fun in existence. You know, just pulling
Oh,
random people around, shooting them.
no, Jim. No. Women
Start
running
the
around.
war.
Women running around with guns are last week. Women running around with bazookas.
Yes, that would be acceptable as well.
Or at least submachine guns.
Let them fly the planes in the grand carpet bombing. Let them declare the war. I want it.
Have you ever
Hmm.
actually seen an actual machine gun? Because machine guns are awesome if you want to kill about 1,000 people. But if you just want to kill one person, not so much. I know in Fallout New Vegas we were able to kill one person with a machine gun, but actual real life machine guns aren't that good at aiming.
No, they're not. But they're still good at killing people, even
Yes.
if it's just one person, because you're using 30 bullets to try to hit one guy. If you can't hit one guy in 30 bullets, you really suck.
That was the Top Gear thing, the Winter Olympics, where you know how there's like a biathlon where they ski and they shoot. They're doing a driving thing, and one of the guys had I think I don't remember if it was a pistol or rifle, but anyway, he had a normal gun and he shot and got all the targets. Clarkson had a Hicklin and Koch machine gun and he fired a whole bunch of rounds. I counted more than 30 and never actually shot any targets. As he said, Stevie Wonder could have done a better job.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, machine guns are awesome.
Your life becomes a masterpiece when you learn to masterpiece. I always thought it was when you learn to defecate.
Masturbate. It feels great.
The strongest people make time to help others, even if they are struggling with their own problems. Not really.
It took years to find shell big enough for Son of Fong. And when we did, it was guarded by a giant octopus.
And everyone died.
We killed it with a bomb that Fong gave us. I always thought the one time it fell. It killed a lot of guys.
Yeah, just as it should.
So that's there's no real metal news, unfortunately. No one's complaining about Nazi fans.
We cannot risk waiting for our governments to provide UTI for the people. Urinary tract infections? What?
Urinary.
Are you demanding a urinary tract infection?
I demand urinary tract infections for all. Yes, that is exactly what we're demanding. Long ship, long ship, long ship, long ship, long ship. You're just
Exactly.
saying words, and all you can say is long ship. Okay, deep breath. That was one of my favorite things. He was so excited he couldn't even.
Yes, I thought that was awesome. Long ship, long ship, long ship.
Okay, deep breath. Well, what do you want to tell me? Long ship, long ship. I want a long ship in real life. Someone get that for me for my birthday. Happy birthday! You live 45 minutes away from any sort of water, so well, that's going to be rather hard to explain. Of course, it could be explained very easily. I doubt it. I doubt it'll be big enough to fit in our front yard.
Yay. I wrote something, so I have an opinion on this, but I can't claim any authorship of it because I ghost wrote it. But I have to still stand here and be like the guy that has to sound like he knows something.
Yeah.
With no proof of it.
So yeah, it's like I said, I've been more concerned with Indy 500 practice than and I haven't really been concerned with that because it's just practice.
It is a punishment we give to ourselves. What was that?
I'm looking at weird news stories. Nothing's really
yeah, nothing's popping up.
Florida man.
Yes.
So this is what we do on Friday. We bitch at each other.
Don't give a shit.
Because this was like the most randomly set up thing in the world. So sorry that we'd have nothing to talk about, people. This was yeah. Yeah. But it's good because I got to get back in the flow of talking to people. I've been so busy not talking to anyone. People bad.
A Florida man who had charges against him dropped over a vulgar sticker that read,
"I eat ass." I was actually just about to bring this up, interestingly enough.
He has a GoFundMe account.
My parents were actually surprised that this went to court, and I had to explain that this was the state they used to try to bust gangster rap, and the sheriff who busted Two Live Crew even said that he wanted to charge people for listening to Two Live Crew in their own homes. Granted, I'm not the biggest rap fan, and I'd love to charge people for listening to rap in their own homes, but still. I need Rockstar. Hang on a second.
That's akin to arresting me for scratching my own balls in my own home.
Yeah, but the shit that gets released when you do that, I think, deserves you to be arrested. It's got to be toxic to the environment.
Oh, here we go. Good one. Florida man tells cops playing basketball naked enhances his skills.
One quick thing on the whole I eat ass thing. The sheriff said, "Well, what will kids tell their parents?" And the guy said, "That's for the parents to decide, not me." And I love that philosophy. I mean, there are so many ways you could. He eats donkeys.
Yes.
I mean, there are so many ways you could explain that to your kids. Anyway, sorry.
But people are stupid because we got to always be outraged for the children.
Yes, but this is we bash enough liberals. That's a conservative bash. Anyway, I didn't mean to take it like actual a little seriously there. It's just that I wanted to say that for a while.
Jordan Glenn Anderson, 29, faces charges after he was busted without any clothes Sunday while shooting hoops at a public park in Longwood.
I'm shooting hoops naked because that's what God intended.
Officers were called to this scene around 7:30. That's a bit early to be shooting hoops in the buff.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, somewhere around 11, 12, I could see being hammered enough to do it, but come on.
But 7:30, you're just mental.
Yeah. A Candy Lane employee reported there was a man playing basketball naked at 7:30. When approached on the court, Anderson told officers he was working on his basketball skills and feels playing naked enhances his skill level.
I know a drummer who thinks that playing drums naked makes it so that his ass won't chafe.
Oh heck, you put on the chicken mask and your charisma goes up by 30. So he must be playing way too much, RPGs and shit.
Not enough drugs.
Too much drugs.
Not enough drugs.
Based on observing him at the park, which is a public area, and without clothing, exposing his sexual organs, I found probable cause to charge him with indecent exposure.
I was waiting for it to expose his very small sexual.
He is held on a $500 bond.
Under arrest for having a small penis. Oh shit! I'm going to jail.
Oh, here's one you shared with me. Florida man who allegedly slapped his girlfriend with cheeseburger and kicked her downstairs, charged with battery.
Oh no, that was Eric who shared that actually.
Okay.
I said what a waste of a cheeseburger. So, yes. Yeah. What a waste of a cheeseburger. Yo, bitch.
Kyle Jameson Jones, 30, was charged with battery and taken to the Martin County Jail after the incident. Oh, God. Police deputies were called to Jones' residence by his partner, who reported the cheeseburger attack.
Domestic violence is not funny, except when it's a cheeseburger.
I know. Oh, my God. I was assaulted by a cheeseburger.
Stop laughing. It wasn't funny. Okay, it kind of is.
It's horrible. That's what makes it funny.
It is horrible. Go on.
God. A motive for the alleged cheeseburger attack was not immediately clear. Jones admitted to verbal abuse, but refused to say anything about becoming physical with the victim. Officers noted the victim was visibly upset and covered with bits of food.
The cheeseburger didn't survive that one.
Poor cheeseburger.
20 to life. Why? Murder of a cheeseburger.
I know, right? He wanted it his way. When he didn't get it, things between him and his girlfriend escalated.
Have it your way, bitch.
Back in 2014, Time magazine reported that Florida man Tyler Allen Steffens, 23, had been arrested for hurling a cheeseburger into a pregnant woman's face.
That sounds like an anal cum song you've heard. You're pregnant, so I punched you in the stomach. You're pregnant, so I throw a cheeseburger in your face.
I know, right? God. I'm stringing together random actions.
And then I ate your horse.
In March 2011, South Florida man Brant Goodwin had been hit with a misdemeanor criminal mischief charge after a fast food attack at a Force Pierce McDonald's.
Doesn't Florida just sound like an awesome place? Yeah, okay, it's got its nut jobs and its conservatives and all that, but
In December last year, 57-year-old Florida man Frank Capone was arrested on prostitution charge after offering an undercover officer a hamburger in exchange for oral sex.
I'll give you a hamburger if you suck my dick. I'm moving to Florida. Fuck this. That's disgusting.
It was alleged that Steffens had thrown a cheeseburger towards another person's vehicle in the drive-thru, but it was not clear what sparked his anger. When identified by police, he allegedly admitted, "I threw a cheeseburger at that fucker's truck. He pissed me off, and if I have to go to jail for it, then that's okay."
That's a stupid way to go to jail. Bird that fuck's truck. Cause I'm a redneck.
Oh, God.
We did salvage something in the end there. Cheeseburger attacks through the ages.
Mm-hmm.
In 1754, George Washington threw a cheeseburger at Thomas Jefferson, saying, "Take thine bovine and go sodomize thyself."
A Florida man and ex-jockey torched woman's house before fleeing in General Lee replica. Yes, the General Lee from Dukes of Hazzard.
That is redneck.
Oswald Pereira faces several charges, including fleeing and attempting to elude law enforcement, and 3 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon following an incident at the house in Marion County. State Fire Marshal's office are also investigating whether to bring forward arson charges against him. Smurf Village is on fire, and we're too stoned to move. This is where magic mushrooms we made our homes out of.
Whoa. The house is on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Our village is under attack by stoners again.
We want the pot, man. Whoa. It's on fire again.
Following the argument, he is alleged to have poured gasoline around the home and set it alight.
I'm going to set y'all on fire.
The suspect was then spotted running away from the blaze after accidentally setting his pants on fire.
Dun, 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 dun.
You've had one too many when the walls are melting, one too many when the walls are melting.
My pants are on fire.
Mm-hmm.
And that, my friend, is how you get to llama school.
He said he was going to burn this house down and wasn't going to let me have anything. I ran out of the house. He stayed and set it on fire. Then he ran out. He was on fire himself. Maybe he was trying to light the house on fire by setting himself on fire first and using himself as the torch before he realized that was a bad idea.
That's poisoning the town's water supply by changing into your friend right there.
Mm-hmm.
That is pure idiocy.
He suffered burns to 15% of his body, including his legs, arms, back, and testicles.
Oh.
No one else was injured in the fire, and 2 dogs were rescued from inside. The flames were through the roof. I feel bad for the children because on top of everything else they've gone through, now they have to worry about their family members and what they're doing.
Yeah, well, he's not going to have any more children anytime soon. Let's put it that way. He burned his balls up.
After allegedly starting the blaze, he got in his Dodge Charger, painted to look like the iconic vehicle from the popular TV series, and escaped the scene. Deputies chased Oswald through Marion and Levy counties at speeds of up to 100 miles an hour.
While his testicles were on fire.
He later ditched the Dodge Charger and jumped into a white SUV and continued to flee. That's where he fucked up. You didn't get Roscoe P. Coltrane stuck in the ditch.
Well, perhaps it was, yeah. Oops.
The 44-year-old was eventually captured after he ran into his mobile home.
That explains it. Actually, I have audio. I don't know if you'd like to hear it of what the police heard that tipped him off that it was his mobile home. My balls. I'm under arrest. I lit my balls on fire.
And for those at home, playing at home, this man is a Dukes of Hazzard fan in the utmost importance. And he likes fire too.
There was one.
But he's not as entertaining as the entire history of cheeseburger assaults.
There was one car that apparently was a thing in England. Somebody was obviously a generally Dukes of Hazzard fan. So he took his Vauxhall Cavalier, which is a normal sized boring car, and he painted it to look like the Dukes of Hazzard, and he wrote Dodge Charger down the side, fooling absolutely. It's Dodge Charger. No, it's not, you idiot. That would be like if you took your what sort of car do you have?
What was that?
What sort of car do you have?
I have a Kia Rio.
Horrible car. That would be like if you took your Kia Rio and wrote Ford Mustang on the side of it.
Oh, beautiful.
I mean, okay, the Kia's not a bad car for someone like you, but if I could drive, I wouldn't be caught dead in it.
Florida man calls police on comic Ahmed after a Middle East joke makes him feel uncomfortable.
Where's Steve Hughes when you need him? I mean, I'd say where's George Carlin, but oh yeah, he's dead. But yeah, because yeah. Hey,
the comic sly crack that it only takes one of us triggered an audience member to report him to authorities. Oh God! During a stand-up routine, really? Come on.
Well, these are the same people who report.
Left, right, it doesn't matter. They're all pussies.
As Steve Hughes said, it's not like something's like, I heard the comedian and he made a Middle East joke and then I woke up and I had cancer the next day. Nothing actually happens when you get offended. It's all just a self-delusional fucking... Ugh.
Stand-up comic Ahmed, who is of Egyptian descent, poked fun at negative stereotypes of Muslims during a set at Off the Hook Comedy Club in Naples, Florida.
Romping through the swamp. So they had the swamp buggies.
Clap if you're from the Middle East, he said. And after a few cheers, he responded, all right, we got a handful of us in here, nice. But hey, it only takes one of us to tell a joke. Oh, he didn't stick around for after that brief second pause. Okay.
It only takes one of us. I'm offended.
To tell a joke.
I didn't hear that
That's ruining the joke. You should. I would have cut it off like, but hey, it only takes one of us. Am I right? Am I right?
to tell the joke. Oh, you fell for it. It's that nice little bait and switch humor. I like bait and switch humor.
The man called the county sheriff's department and told a deputy that Ahmed was organizing a people of Middle Eastern descent to possibly commit terror.
Oh,
that's great. Oh my God.
I am mentally retarded.
He said, that's great, he said. We can organize our own little terrorist organization. And I don't think that was right. I mean, it really bothered me. And I yelled out, and the paddy wagon is going to be outside to get all of you. Oh, God. If this was that's something you would hire a plant to do, just to make the night even more entertaining.
That's what a band from Florida used to. If they thought that the show wasn't going to be that entertaining, they'd call the cops on themselves.
Yeah.
By the way, there's a band playing really loud. Could you bust the show up?
Yeah. That's how we do it. My wife and I looked at each other and we felt very uncomfortable. Bum, bum, bum.
And now you've just embarrassed yourself. I mean, however uncomfortable you feel, now you're just embarrassed. I mean, that's...
I told that joke about 1,000 times around the world, Ahmed said. Whatever he heard and what I said are two different things.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll say, yeah, let's start up our own terrorist organization that just sits on the porch drinking beer and vomiting on ourselves because we can't move anymore. We just became too fat and lazy. Yeah. That's the terrorist organization.
That's my kind of terrorist.
Do anything.
That's my kind of terrorist organization right there. I can't lift the beer up to my face anymore.
Terrorists don't do meet and greets. We don't say death to America then, but wait, let's do selfies first.
That would be death to America. Oh, wait. You
chink, chink. Yeah, I'm taking pictures of myself.
Wait,
yeah, you want post it to Facebook.
Oh, right. To Elliot from Osama. Death to you, scum. Can I have a picture?
Yay. That's fucking great. Everyone just gets butt hurt over everything anymore.
Yep. Any blind people out there? It only takes one of us to kill you all. And watch no one actually believe, me, that blind people are going to murder you all. Because we're blind.
Florida man versus Florida man. He wants to trademark Florida man before someone else does.
So like Godzilla versus Mothra?
Probably. It's unclear if the proprietor of FloridaMan.com can actually take control of the popular meme. But he wants to do it before a new reality TV show called Florida Man takes ownership.
See,
he wants to make money off of Florida Man. Oh.
Well, no, think about it, Jim. He's trying to protect Florida Man from a reality TV show.
But we would want that reality. That would be watchable. Watch as I break into this car after smoking this meth.
It won't be even remotely that interesting. You know that. It'll be...
Yeah, I know. They'll have all the dumbed down shit instead of the, I'm going to set my testicles on fire. Yeah, and then use that to start a real fire.
Either that or it'll be Florida men aren't just insane. Here's the profile of a rich Florida guy. And it'll be that show that you watched like a minute up before you wanted to kill someone.
Oh, God. I didn't forget what the fuck that was. It was like, oh, my God.
Keeping up with something or other.
I don't care.
I actually looked them up. There, some rich football family.
Yeah, and they're trying to like act like they're the biggest, purest, most innocent. Like, God,
So
that just lets me think they're all pedophiles. I
so
don't even care if they're not. You know, they
that's
could
a
go
foreign.
ahead. I don't care either way. It was just like so vomitous. Like, hi, we're light and fluffy and everything. God, go
So that's
away.
going to turn Florida man. I mean, they tried making a Jersey Shore type response where the Jersey people were all nice and well mannered. So that's just going to be Florida man.
Yay.
So I'm all for him trying to take the trademark away from the reality show.
Oh yeah, we should do that. I'll make them pay all Florida men. Those mighty ones who've come before us.
And pay all the Florida women. I know a couple of women from Florida. They're not that insane. Well, they know me, so they're a little bit insane.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Florida man impersonates FBI agent, harasses homeowner, leaves live catfish on driveway, flees on bicycle.
I was just waiting for you to say in clown outfit.
That's the only thing missing
With
here.
the little clown horn.
Florida man was arrested after impersonating an FBI agent, questioning a homeowner, and leaving multiple catfish on her lawn before escaping on a bicycle.
No, okay. If the reality show has a clip of that, I will fully support them.
This is what the reality TV show has to be. You follow this guy around. He knows the way.
He just does. But that's Tuesday. Wednesday, he's going to light his testicles on fire.
Yeah.
Thursday, he's going to dress up like a clown and dance in front of Walmart.
Victim says the Florida man drove a bicycle with flashing red and blue lights on. That's even better. Woo! Bing, bing, woo!
The only thing we're missing is, and then somehow had a clown suit with the little clown horn.
He faces charges of open container in a public area and impersonating a law enforcement officer.
But leaving catfish on your lawn is completely legal.
It's
I'm not putting
fertilizer.
catfish on people's lawns. Here, have a catfish.
And it's still alive. See it flapping there, desperately trying to breathe.
Oh God, help! Yes, that is what Florida Man reality show needs to be. Just follow him around, whoever that is.
Yeah. When the victim told him he had to leave the property, he refused. The victim told her husband to call the authorities. Go ahead, call the authorities. I am the law.
I am the law.
I'm calling the authorities. Fuck that shit.
Hi, officers.
The Florida man then took off on his bicycle. But before leaving, he dropped multiple live catfish in the driveway for an unknown reason. Probably to lighten the load so he could go faster on his bicycle.
Pedal, 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 pedal. No. Actually, the only thing that could actually make this story better, Jim, replace bicycle with pedal car.
Oh yes, that'd be even better.
Pedal cars would be, yes. They're actually making a real life version of the Cozy Coupe. Now that won't mean anything to you, Jim, unless you had one when you were a kid. But I used to have a Cozy Coupe when I was a kid, and that was the greatest thing in the world. So see them actually making a full size version is pointless, completely fucking pointless.
A Florida man was arrested and bitten by a canine after leading deputies on a chase. than hiding in a dishwasher.
How do you lead somebody into chasing a bicycle? You can keep up with the bicycle with the fucking Yugo.
I don't know. But this guy was found hiding in a dishwasher.
He operates on his own level of reality, and I want to know what level that is.
He was spotted by deputies on a moped.
He
Which he rode
upgraded apparently.
across.
He upgraded apparently from the bicycle.
Yeah. I'll just assume this is all the same man. Why not?
At least now I have an engine.
He was arrested for driving under suspension, failing to stop at a light, failure to register a motor vehicle, reckless driving, possession with intent to distribute, and resisting arrest.
I just want to know again, how do you chase someone on a bicycle? I mean, even if you're a fast rider, you can keep up with them in a fucking your car.
I know. All right. This is glory. Be to thy name. Naked Florida man pleasures himself in front of horrified onlookers. I never seen anything like that. I didn't expect it.
I'm sorry. Give me a second. I'm shooting my shot.
Yeah. A naked Florida man was arrested after pleasuring himself in public, completely unfazed by onlookers. Or maybe the onlookers turned him on. The 52-year-old was seen pleasuring himself completely naked for at least 30 minutes. You lasted for 30 minutes at 52.
Sorry, I got Panda Express.
Oh, excellent.
I don't know if they have Panda Express where you're from.
Yes, it's real panda. And
yes, 30 minutes.
A witness was barbecuing with his family.
Well, I saw his own barbecue pork. God damn, these styrofoam things.
When they saw the man masturbating. He was probably there for about like half an hour. He stayed there even though there were people passing by and everything.
We're not sponsored. We're not sponsored by this or anything, but orange chicken at Panda Express is awesome.
Mm-hmm. When deputies arrived on the scene, the Florida man attempted to flee, running through the alley and jumping into a ditch before being apprehended.
Dun, 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 dun.
He told deputies he was just going for a walk and normally does this. That's what I do every time I go out for a walk. I just whip it out and start yanking it for half an hour in someone's yard and then zip up my pants and walk away. This is normal.
This is just a normal day for me. Just a normal day.
Florida man drives Cadillac from sunroof down highway. Says he'd rather go to jail than back to his wife. So that was his plan, to just go to jail. I like it. He was standing on the sunroof of his Cadillac driving with his feet.
That actually takes a little bit of talent.
Yeah. He was seen by an off-duty county deputy who recorded the incident. The Florida man has been seen standing in the vehicle, arms outstretched of his cart as it went down the highway.
I'm driving Jesus.
My wife treats me like a servant. She's the mistress, and I'm Tired of this shit.
That sounds hot as fuck.
Lock me up. I'd rather go to jail than go back home.
That does sound kind
The
of.
trooper honored the Florida man's request, charging him with reckless driving.
I mean, you know, maybe she thinks it's kinky.
Maybe.
Yay, I even got a fortune cookie. The fortune says, Jim will die tonight.
Yay.
Do you feel all right? Oi, oi, oi. So, yes, Florida man always saves us.
Yes. He's the hero we both deserve and need.
Yes. Yes, he is. At,
Just one more, at least.
yeah, fine.
Florida man says he's too fat for DUI test.
Jim, you're learning. You're learning things.
Yes. He was pulled over for an impaired driving. Claimed he was too fat for a sobriety field test. All right, I'm too fat to stand on my own 2 feet.
That's. Please get out of the car, sir. I'm too fat.
He was pulled over by deputies after he was spotted driving 30 in a 35-mile-an-hour zone, as well as driving slightly off-road. The Florida man smelled strongly of alcohol, and his shorts were stained with urine.
Of course, Jim was pulled over for traveling 30 in a 35-mile-an-hour zone, but then again, the Kia Rio only goes about 30 miles an hour, so. Oh!
When given a sobriety field test, deputies asked Gonzalez to stand on one leg, to which he declared, stating he declined, saying, "No, I'm too fat. Can't you see my feet over my stomach?" His weight was listed as 400 pounds.
That's about 200 less than Jim.
Yeah.
Then again, like I'm Mr. Skinny guy over here. I give Jim a hard time because it's fun.
Who else
Gonna give
would?
him a hard time.
I mean, Dana Mund isn't giving me a hard time right now, so you kind of have to fill that.
Oh yeah,
She's here still somehow, but she isn't talking.
and I mean, making fun of your car is perfect because, again, it's perfect for what you need. Something that goes from point A to point B. But for someone like me, it would be sort of like being tortured.
Yes.
But again, for someone
What
like
makes me unique is that I'm real and always handle my own business.
Jim is not real. I have some bad news. He's actually just a psychotic hallucination I've been having since about 2015. Whenever people actually watch this, they only hear my voice responding to questions that nobody can hear.
I enjoy music.
So do I.
Okay, that tells me a lot.
There's two kinds of answers, and I'm paraphrasing that from Nurgle from Behemoth. There's two answers that automatically discount whenever a girl says, "I like music, everything, and the radio." Because the radio is the radio, and you do not like everything. I can give you music you will not like. Easily. Girl said, "Oh, I like a little bit of everything," so I gave her some Devourment. Never heard back from her again. She did not like Baby Killer.
Yay. Did not like Baby Killer.
But she says she likes everything.
Increase your ability to attack in ranged combat by not caring if you hit your allies.
I actually do care if I hit my allies. I have some cool allies. Jim actually pulled through and gave me some good allies.
Include allies in the area of your spells to dishearten your enemies. In other words, you throw a fireball at
Yes.
someone, not caring your friends are there, and that
Yes.
makes them scared.
I understand this tactic.
It's a great tactic.
It is a great tactic.
Use your allies as shields.
I did that already with the first group. I love how I just sort of let the first group die for me, and then they decided to kill me.
The first group died for you, and then they tried to kill you.
Well, they didn't die for me, but they were killed trying to kill the bug thing.
Oh, right. Yeah, those guys. Yeah.
And then they decided to kill me because I wasn't doing anything. Which, yeah, I guess I could have stayed outside, as you said, but I wanted to see them. I wanted to actually see if they could kill something.
A character with a damnation feat is damned.
That was actually one of my favorite things ever. Fucking, everyone in the group died, and then I come out, and the prophet's like, what he wants to say is, "You idiot, you son of a bitch, you killed your entire."
God damn it! I'm trying to keep the good face here. Come on. I got my con going. Why are you ruining it?
But he was able to confess all his sins.
Yes, and now you realize in order to talk to him, you have to confess your sins.
I think. Oh no, I think you should confess your sins. You know what? I think I do have some sins to confess.
Yes. Welcome to the Holy See.
Chicken cult.
Chicken murder cult.
And then they became chickens.
After they did the drugs.
Oh, God. We're going to do more of that shit late soon.
Yes.
Oh, I thought that was my chair doing that. It was your mouse. I was like, I think my chair's breaking. But it was actually your mouse making noises. So, yes, we will be doing... We will be doing more Pathfinder. Subscribe to the Cult of the Gym on YouTube. Subscribe, or I will personally come out there and eat your heart.
Paired suffering.
So, do that.
Face two similar creatures, fight to the death. Force them to fight to the death.
Let's rob the prophet. Do you really want to rob the prophet? Well, yeah, maybe we should. Oh, he's cool. Here's your crystal back, by the way.
Yeah.
You were going to rob me? That's awesome.
I would have done that to you. It's like, you just start finding the cool people to hang out with. It's like, oh, right, not everything's as it seems.
I just love it. Like, well, I decided to be just honest with them. Yeah, we were going to, rob you, and I was going to leave you for dead, but decided to save you. And, I'm not doing this out of, nobility or whatever. You were going to rob me and leave me for dead? That's cool. I respect that.
Yeah, but the whole entire reason you respect that was if I wasn't who I was, I could totally see why this would be justified.
Yeah, that's why it's always good to leave subtle clues for the evil ones to just let you know not to kill them. So we made a friend, and then we made other friends.
Well, there was no way to give a good subtle hint there. Because he was too surrounded until you found him alone. Then it was blatantly obvious.
Yes. Oh, you are? Okay. Enjoying the children? As I drink whatever farmer's whiskey that was.
It was ass wine.
Was it I drank it that I vomited out like twice the amount or something like that?
I remember he drank an entire gallon of it and just bonk, passed out in a pool of your own vomit.
And then I woke up and
I
heard.
mean, ass wine might be fucking, taste like shit because that's kind of how it's made, but it also fucks you up. You're on guard duty. Okay. Glug, 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 glug. Blarf. Boom. Oh, great. Just turn him on his side so he doesn't choke on his own vomit. That is literally how that happened.
If he choked on his own vomit, that would have been the lamest fucking
Death ever.
Not even started yet.
Yeah, he did one thing.
And choked to death on his own vomit. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't choke to death on my own vomit.
Aura of cannibalism.
And then I didn't know I was on guard duty. Oh yeah, I did. But still, it was fun. There were other guards to watch him. That's my excuse for today. There are other guards that could, watch him.
You emanate an aura that saps the strength of others of your kind and channels this energy into you.
And I was the only one who dealt with the problem because everyone else was dealing with the decoys. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, this sounded much cooler than it actually is. It's just a draining spell.
But yeah, I was the only one that actually dealt with the problem that was actually happening. Everyone else was dealing with the decoys, and Black Metal felt so annoyed that he had to do everything himself that he let them everyone else fight the bug creature. Of course, they didn't share his annoyance.
They were actually quite offended at him.
Yes.
So decided to kill.
And so he had to murder them. It's funny because Charlie, shut up. She actually listened to me. That was awesome. It was funny because those are the puds that I didn't care about. Now I actually have people I don't want to kill them. I want to keep them alive.
Because they're just as cruel and sadistic as the world I want.
Yeah, right.
I mean, even Fidget was pretty cool, even though she bosses you around and keeps telling you, you owe me, you owe me, you owe me.
Yeah, but I mean, it's understandable why she bosses you around.
Mm-hmm.
She's
in charge of the town, and you fucked up.
You fucked up.
And it is only by her grace that the blame was deflected.
And Black Metal's just smart enough to realize this. And plus, he likes Fidget's evil.
Oh, yeah.
And
she's just trying to keep the town running. Granted, people do end up crucified for missing one copper. Could you imagine? 1 copper is essentially 1 penny.
Yes, I know.
You missed 1 penny in taxes. It's time to die.
Imagine the fear that just grips everyone on tax day.
Yeah, I know. Oh my God, I'm going to overpay my taxes. Good. We won't kill you for overpayment, but you're not getting it back. We don't do tax refunds here.
So he was saved by the pirates, who he sort of earned their trust, and he's apparently making friends with the bug dude.
No, you kind of have a mutual trust with the pirates who fuck everything. Yes. Because you got them to defile something they wanted to defile, one of the altars.
And then the bug man was like, I'll do this for you if you do me a favor. What's the favor? I was going to do that anyway.
That sounds like a great plan. I'm going to go open up the abyss, the bottom of it, which shouldn't even exist.
And the
Meaning that this is the most ancient part of it. There are horrors that even things that predate demons don't even remember.
the bug guy's like, wait a minute, I usually have to beg people even to listen to this pitch. And he's like, he's drooling on himself in happiness.
Oh, now he wants me to defile a temple I wanted to defile anyway. Good.
I like the cut of this guy's jib. Get it? Jib, longship.
Mhm.
Well, I guess it's not a sailing boat, but shut up. So yeah,
It's just like a giant Viking vessel. Yo,
Yeah,
yo.
I got it. But I was jib. I had to say that anyway. So yeah, he's making very evil friends.
Yeah, and you're gonna meet your cohort soon. One that we've been racking our brains over and designing.
And he has his wife and his girlfriend who don't care if he whores around. And he might have a kid to look after or something.
No, there's another fate for the kid. Another couple fates, depending upon your choices in life. And that's not the only thing.
I still love Sela. I barely have enough time to drop off some of these kids that I give birth to at the orphanage. By the way, some of them are yours. I think 3 of them are yours.
She hasn't been knocked up yet. Sela's not knocked up. Sela's knocked up, but that's to the dragon.
It's a joke.
Yeah, I know it's a joke, but you can't make that joke yet.
I can make whatever joke I want.
First,
I am the masturbator. I mean, Joker.
I mean, there is a way to get Sela pregnant, where she'll stop taking the birth control. But that's all depending upon if you want to take that route.
No, it was just a joke about. Okay, things to return slave, dropped kid off at orphanage.
Yeah.
Stop ruining my jokes, you Kia Rio driving.
Look, I sodomized it. Okay, it was sodomized. Go for me.
Goat sodomizer.
The SS Goat Sodomizer.
Actually, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What am I talking about? He does want to get that path. Remember, his original thing was to outbreed humans?
Yeah.
He actually does want to take that path.
Yeah. I know this.
I forgot my own mission for like 2 seconds.
You forgot your own mission for a week or two.
No, I forgot
in real time.
No,
he forgot his mission for about.
He forgot his
months.
mission. Oh yeah, I had a mission.
I blame it on the drugs. You didn't start doing those drugs till about a month after you ceased your original mission in life. And started just saying, I'm going to do corrupt things now.
Well,
but the corruption is fun.
Well, all the corruption does not detract from his original mission. He remembers the original mission. He's just been busy.
Yes, and there is more to come with that. It'll be great.
He was busy, and then he forgot, and then he remembered because he had a dream.
Yeah, I mean, he has all his fucked up dreams.
And then wakes up to being pissed on. Sometimes it's by the elf, sometimes it's by fucking...
Well, the elf does it because it's kinky. The fidget does it because it's derogatory. She wants you to know she owns you. Whenever you fuck up, she 100% owns you. You will do this for her.
Yes, fidget.
She derives no pleasure out of it other than the sick satisfaction that you are degraded.
I like this misanthropic bird creature of doom.
No, she has just declared you useful.
No,
a very useful idiot.
No, I'm saying me personally. I like this misanthropic bird creature of doom.
Oh, Yeah. Now he's going to embark on his life of piracy.
It was extremely yeah. Although he's come the closest of all my characters to almost dying.
Mm-hmm.
The only one who came closer was the one I was playing with Jenny, the vampire one.
Yeah.
But we didn't actually end up dying. That was fun, though.
Well,
Hello,
aren't you a
Mr.
vampire in that campaign? Because if you're a vampire spawn, then yes, you did die. You were just
Well,
reanimated.
yeah. I don't know if the guy actually decided whether we were a vampire or just under a spell.
Okay.
I think we were just sort of under a spell. But I just love the one time we were a good character. Sorry, I'm eating rice. The one time we were a good character, we get turned into a vampire, an evil vampire's thrall.
Which makes life fun.
Well, it was incredibly fun. I just love that she rolled a natural 1 on her will save. So there was never even any doubt. It was literally like, oh, 1. Yeah. Not only are you fucked, like you if he dies, all you'll do is drool on yourself until someone else claims you as your slave. So basically, your will has been completely fucked.
Mm-hmm. You were doomed from the beginning.
Oh yeah. So. And then we basically just started enslaving towns. It was fun.
Yes, it sounds like it was.
Yes, and the little farm girl became because I didn't have enough time to actually build my character. I sort of, just sort of sat in on this session. I was like, well, I could at least advise you. And the guy's like, nope, now you have split personality. So now your argument is actually the internal argument in your head. Because we're just alike to know exactly what the other's going to do, and just different enough to think that whatever the other's going to do is completely idiotic. So,
hurrah!
If she were here, she would say something like, "No, stop! I know you're going to poison the water supply, and here's why that's completely idiotic."
Yeah, it is completely idiotic.
And we did it twice because it was awesome.
Yeah, but the first time was just such an epic failure.
Hey, it succeeded more than I thought it would.
Yeah, it did succeed. I had to compute a lot of things in my brain, and I was burnt and all that shit. I'm like, okay, we'll just let it play out like this because that is logical. They wouldn't be on high guard because no one did it before, and
yes,
you did successfully hide after mingling and being forced to get your thing. And you were carrying it inside your backpack, which means no one would have saw a giant barrel until it came out of your backpack.
And then the second time was more successful.
Yeah, that handy haversack is a bitch. Yeah, the second time was a lot more successful because you actually had a crew there saying, look, I'll make you invisible for this. I know you're not going to shut up until it happens.
So, projects coming up. We'll play more Pathfinder. I will get Jim to watch Lords of Chaos and review it with me.
Yeah.
That will happen, even if I have to tie him down to a fucking railroad track until the train comes and kills him.
Yes, it's really sodomizatiously gleeful.
Sodomizatious. Why isn't that a new word? Why isn't that a word? So we'll be doing that. More shows, more death. We'll actually do some research if we're gonna do a real serious show.
Yeah.
Because we're stupid.
Yes, we are that dumb. We have to actually look into things.
And I've been too busy watching car shows and playing Pathfinder and messaging people about metal albums. So I haven't been paying attention to politics all that much. And
I've just gotten so burnt out on it. It's like I don't give a shit anymore. Enjoy the fate you brought upon yourself.
That is a problem, isn't it? It's just it gets so apathetic that it's just like meh.
Yeah, really.
Plus, I feel like I've said everything about 1,000 times, and yet it just doesn't make any damn difference what I say. But
No,
fuck
it
it,
doesn't, because you're on a holy crusade to destroy all the Republicans.
I'm on a holy crusade to destroy everything.
You see, that's equal opportunity there. Everything.
Yep. Republicans, Democrats, everything. Return to the abyss. Return to the abyss.
Yay.
The void of chaos. Azathoth looks at you and murders you. Although I don't think he actually comprehends you.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll kill the stream now.
Yeah, kill it off. Well, I think we did our bitching.
Yes. I hope you enjoyed whatever the hell that was.
No one understands. I don't even understand.
We'll be back later with something smarter or dumber. Bye.
Rico Boo.